In this video, let us study about the causal, non-causal and anti-causal systems. So a system, it is said to be causal if its output depends upon the past or the present values. But if it depends upon the future values, present values and the past values, then I can call that system as non-causal. This anti-causal system is just the modification of a non-causal system which depends only on the future values. Means it does not depend upon the present, it does not depend upon the past values. If it depends only on the future values, then it is said to be anti-causal system. Okay, suppose if I am applying a signal that is x of t and I am getting output y of t. So what is this? For the system to be causal, it should depend on past values or it should be on the present values. It should not depend upon the future values of the input. Okay, that is causal. For non-causal, if it depends upon the future values also, then it is non-causal. This causal, it can be only on the past values, only on the present values, or it can be past plus present. Okay? And if it depends only on the future values, then I can consider this as anti-causal system. Okay? So if I consider a signal like this, okay, this is y of t, this is equal to 0 for t less than 0, right? This is t less than 0 part. For this we can see y of t is equal to 0. But it is not equal to 0 for t greater than 0. So I can call this as causal. So if you see anything that is only on the right side, then we can consider that as a causal signal. But if it depends on the future values also, that means if I have a signal something like this, okay, then I can call this signal as a non-causal signal, because we can see that y of t, it is not equal to 0 for t less than 0. It has values for t less than 0 also, for t greater than 0 also. So this can be categorized as non-causal system. But if I have a signal like this, okay, only on the left side, then I can call this as anti-causal. It will be 0 for t greater than 0. That means it depends only on the future values. Okay, so it is just by saying this, we can categorize it as a causal, non-causal or the anti-causal signals, okay, or systems. So now let us consider few examples. Y of t is equal to k into x of t. Okay, here k is nothing but a scalar. I can consider that 2, it can be 3. Okay, so if it is like this, then what I can consider, this is depending only on the present values of the input. That means at t is equal to 0, y of 0 is equal to kx of 0. At t is equal to 1, y of 1 is equal to kx of 1. At t is equal to minus 3, y of minus 3 is equal to kx of minus 3. So it is depending only on the present value. Okay, it is depending on the present value. So I can consider this as causal. This is a causal. Next, if I consider an example like this, what happens? Tx of t. Tx of t. In this case also it is a causal one, because see, for y of 0 it is 0x of 0, y of 2, 2x of 2, y of minus 4, minus 4x of minus 4. You have to see only this part, that is a input part, x of t part. See, at t is equal to minus 4, it is depending upon minus 4, not on any other value. Okay, these are nothing but the coefficients. We are multiplying that particular value with this minus 4. But okay, that means it depends only on the present value. So this is also a causal system. Next, y of t is equal to x square t. Okay, for this also we can say at t is equal to 0, it is depending upon x of 0. Y of minus 2, it depends upon x of minus 2 and then it is squaring. Y of 4, it is x of 4, then square. Here also we can see it depends only on the present value. So this also can be categorized as a causal system. Okay. So next one, y of t is equal to, if I consider x of 2t, x of 2t, so this is nothing but this is the compression of the signal. So in this case, see, y of 0, it is equal to x of 0. That means it is depending upon the present value. Y of t is equal to x 2 2s are 4. So now what happens? At t is equal to 2, it is depending upon 4. That means it is depending upon the future value. Okay, so future. Y of minus 2 is equal to, okay, minus 2 is equal to x of minus 4. So it is depending upon the past value. So it depends upon present, future, past. So I can call this as non-causal. Okay. So similarly, if I consider y of t is equal to x of t by 2, in this case y of 0 is equal to x of 0. This is nothing but the present value. Y of 2, it is equal to x of 1. Y of 2, it is equal to x of 1. So it is depending upon the past value. Y of minus 2, it is depending upon x of minus 1. So now where is minus 2? Where is minus 1? So it is depending upon the future value. So this is also a non-causal system. Okay, this is also a non-causal system. Okay, so now let us take few more examples. If I take y of t is equal to x of t minus 2, x of t minus 2. In this case, see, y of 0, it is equal to x of minus 2. That means it is depending upon the past. Y of minus 2, that is equal to x of minus 4. Once again, it is depending upon the past. Okay, y of 4, it is depending upon x of 2. Now it is again depending upon the past. So it is depending upon the past value. So I can consider this system as causal system. Now y of t is equal to x of t plus 2. In this case, y of 0 is equal to x of 2. That means 0 and 2. So it is depending upon the future value of the input. Y of minus 2, it is equal to, y of minus 2 is equal to x of 0. Again it is future. Y of 4, it is equal to x of 6. Again it is future. So it is depending only on the future values. So I can consider this as anti-causal system. This is a special case of non-causal. Okay. So this is anti-causal system. You can also tell it as non-causal, or specifically if I go, I can consider this as anti-causal system. Okay. So next, if I consider the time reversal operation x of minus t. Okay. This is a time reversal operation which is performed on the signal x of t. So in this case, what happens? Y of 0 is equal to x of 0. So this is the present value, right? This is the present value. Y of 2 is equal to x of minus 2. This is nothing but it is depending upon the past value. Y of minus 2 is equal to x of 2. So it is depending upon the future value. So it is depending upon all the three values. So I can call this as a non-causal system. Non-causal system. Okay. So next one. Y of t is equal to square root of x of t. Square root of x of t. So in this case, y of 0 is equal to square root of x of 0. y of minus 2 is equal to square root of x of minus 2. Y of 4 is equal to square root of x of 4. Whatever it is, okay, I am taking the square root of this particular signal, but it is depending upon the present values. I am applying minus 2, here also it is minus 2. 4, here also it is 4. So this is the causal system. Okay, it is causal system because it depends only on the present value of the input. But if I consider y of t is equal to x square root of t, okay, in this case, y of 0 is equal to x of 0, y of 4 is equal to x of 2. So this is present, this is your past. But what if I consider y of 1 by 4, x of square root of 1 by 4, okay, this is x of 1 by 2. So I am applying 0.25 here, but it is depending upon 0.5. So this is nothing but it is depending upon the future input. So this can be considered as non-causal. So see here, I am applying the square root here, that is outside the signal, but here it is on the time variable. I am applying the square root. So it was causal, but this became non-causal now. Y of t is equal to mod of x of t. Y of 0, it depends upon mod of x of 0. Y of minus 2, it depends of mod x of minus 2. So whatever it is depending upon the present values. So it is causal. Okay, it is causal. Now if I take y of t is equal to x of mod t. Okay, so y of 0, it is depending upon x of 0. So it is present value. Y of minus 2, it is depending upon x of 2, right? So it is depending upon the future value. So present and future value, that means this becomes non-causal. Okay, that became non-causal now. Y of t is equal to sine of x of t. Sine of x of t. So y of 0, it is depending upon x of 0. Y of minus 2, sine of x of minus 2. So this also depending upon the present value. So I can consider this as a causal system. But what happens if I take this sign inside x of t? That is x of sine t. In this case, y of 0 is equal to x sine 0. That is nothing but x of 0, which is depending upon the present value. Y of pi, if I consider y of pi, it is x sine pi, that is equal to x of 0. So pi is nothing but it is here somewhere, okay, but it is depending upon 0. It is depending upon 0, so it is depending upon the past. Y of minus pi, that means here it is x of sine of minus pi, that is x of 0. But now at this value it is depending upon 0. So this becomes non-causal system since it is depending upon the future. Okay, this is non-causal. So like this we can say y of t is equal to x cos t, also non-causal. Y of t is equal to here cos x of t, that is causal. Okay, this is non-causal, this is causal. Then what about y of t is equal to d by dt x of t. So this also depends only on the present values of the input. So y of 0, x of 0, y of minus 2, x of minus 2. So this is also a causal system. Okay. What about the integration? Minus infinity to t x of tau d tau. Okay, here what happens, it from minus infinity to t. That means it depends upon the present and the past values. Present and the past values. So we can call this system as the causal. But if I change the integration limits from minus infinity to t, that means, okay, what happens? It depends upon 2t. That means here we can consider this as x of 2t dt. Okay, that means this becomes non-causal. Similarly, minus infinity to t by 2. Okay, it is like replacing tau by t by 2, that also becomes non-causal. Okay, now if I consider a differential equation, d by dt y of t plus y of t is equal to x of t. So this is the causal one because it is depending upon only the present values. D by dt y of t plus ty of t is equal to x of t minus 2. So here also it is depending only on the present. So this is nothing but causal, right? So this is also causal. But if I have x of t plus 2, then it becomes non-causal. X of t plus 2, then it becomes non-causal. Because this is the advanced version of the signal. Now we will see what happens. So one example I can consider, see u of t. U of t means you have the signal like this, right? So this is only for t greater than 0. For t less than 0, this is equal to 0. So this is causal signal. Okay. Now we can say signum function. Signum function, it is existing for both t greater than 0 and t less than 0. So this I can consider as non-causal signal. Okay. Next, x of t is equal to e to the power of minus at u of t. So here it starts from this one, ends at infinity somewhere. Okay, 0. So this is also causal because it is multiplied by u of t. U of t is causal. Okay, so this is also a causal signal. But what about u of minus t? U of minus t. So it is the time reversal operation on u of t. So it will be like this. So I can consider this as anti-causal because it is 0 for t greater than 0. Okay, so this is the anti-causal. Which one? U of minus t. Now if I consider a signal which is addition of two things, y of t is equal to x of t plus 2 plus x of t minus 2. So in this case, okay, this is your causal signal, this is your anti-causal signal. What happens if I add these two? Okay, the resulting will be non-causal. Okay, for example, u of t plus 2 plus u of t minus 2. U of t plus 2 means it will be starting somewhere from minus 2. U of t minus 2 is starting from this one, right? So the resultant, it will start from minus 2. It will result from minus 2. So this will be non-causal signal. This is a non-causal signal. Okay. Next, if I consider y of t is equal to u of t minus 2 plus u of t minus 4. See, both are causal signals, right? This one is from 2 and here this one is from 4. So if I add these two, I will be getting it from 2. Right? I will be getting it from 2 like this. So this is also 0 for t less than 0. So if I add two causal, I will be getting a causal signal. So causal plus causal, causal plus causal, I am getting causal signal. Causal plus non-causal, I am getting non-causal signal. Causal plus anti-causal, causal plus anti-causal. See, u of t plus u of minus t, I am getting a constant 1 here. So any constant, okay, any DC term like 4, 6, 8, that will be non-causal because it will be existing for both t less than 0 and for t greater than 0. Okay, so now causal plus anti-causal, okay, I am getting a non-causal signal. Non-causal signal. What if I multiply two causal signals? So this is a causal signal. This is also a causal signal. If I am multiplying this, okay, I am getting a signal here, right? So this is also a causal signal. So causal into causal, I will get causal signal. Okay. Next, what happens if I multiply a causal signal with the anti-causal or the non-causal signal? So this is a non-causal signal. Okay. So if I multiply these two, you know that for this part, this product will be equal to 0 because this particular signal x1t, it is 0 for this part. So x2t and x1t, if I multiply, I will get the resultant signal from this point. So that means it is for t greater than 0. So non-causal into causal, that will give me causal signal. Okay, non-causal into causal, that is causal signal. What happens if I add two non-causal signals? This is a non-causal signal. This is a non-causal signal. Okay, this is a non-causal signal. If I add these two, I will be getting a non-causal signal. Okay, I will be getting a non-causal signal. Suppose if I give y of t is equal to e to the power of x of t. Okay. So this signal, it depends only on the present values of the input. E to the power of x0, y of t is equal to e to the power of x2, y of minus 4 is equal to e to the power of x of minus 4. So this is also depending upon the present value. So this is causal system. Y of t is equal to e to the power of t x of t. Okay, e to the power of t x of t. This is also depending on the present values. Okay, this is also depending on the present values. So this is also causal. Suppose I have y of t is equal to x of e to the power of t. In this case, y of 0 is equal to x e to the power 0, x of 1. Okay, so this is depending upon the future value. So we can say this is a non-causal. Okay, likewise you can substitute the values x of e. You see what value you will get. Y of minus 1. So that is depending upon 1 by e. So okay, find out the values. But this is a non-causal system. Okay. So whatever is the coefficient of the signal x of t, so you may have a constant, you may have cos t x of t, you may have sin t x of t, e to the power of t x of t. Okay, whatever is this, it will be depending upon the present values itself. Okay, shifting also, if I have, that is nothing but the right shifting. If I am shifting or if there is a delay, then it will be causal system. But if I am having the advanced version of the signal, then that will be your non-causal. Okay, if it is delay, then it is causal. If there is advanced version, then it will be non-causal. If there is a reversal also, then it will be non-causal. For example, if I consider this is the, okay, this is a signal, this is now what happens, this is a causal, but if I reverse this, I will be getting anti-causal signal here. Okay, anti-causal signal here. But if I have x of cos t, x of sin t, okay, x of e to the power t, I was getting non-causal, right? But cos of x of t, sin of x of t, e to the power of x of t, mod of x of t, here we can consider x of mod t, x of square root t, here it is square root of x of t. These all were causal signals. These all were non-causal signals. Right? So here sin t is inside x, here it is, I am writing x of t inside sin. Okay? So this is causal, this is the non-causal signals. Okay? What about x of n minus x of n minus 1? Discrete time, right? So this is depending upon the 0 minus 1. So x of 0 minus x of minus 1. So this is the past value, this is the present value. So we can say this system as the causal system. Likewise, in the discrete also, if it is y of n is equal to x of n plus 2, then this one will be non-causal. Okay, so that holds same. Okay, that holds good for the discrete time also, whatever we discussed for the continuous time. Okay, so x of n plus x of n plus 1, this is a non-causal. Okay, summation of k is equal to minus infinity to n x of k. X of k, so it is depending upon the past value and present value, so this is causal. But if it is k is equal to minus infinity to, if I consider this is infinity, okay, so it is depending till infinity, so this is non-causal. That means x of minus infinity, x of this one, x of minus 2, x of minus 1, x of 0, x of 1, whatever it is, x of 3, then again x of infinity. This is y of n. For whatever value of n, I am getting the same result. This I can consider as a non-causal one. Okay. So this is all about the causal, non-causal and the anti-causal system.